Welcome to the Vault Sale. Thank you for your time. This is a two-part live. I'm going to bring you commentary from Knoxville, Tennessee, and Louisiana. Very disturbing information in both cases. We're going to start with the Knoxville, Tennessee information first. Thank you for your time. WATE News is the source.
Two people are dead in what police are calling a murder-suicide earlier this morning. 6 News reporter Molly O'Brien has more for us from the scene in West Knoxville. Molly.
Well, you can see where this fire took place behind me as caution tape is still in front of that condo. Now, this all happened just after 1 o'clock this morning when the Knoxville Police Department responded to a domestic dispute here at the Meadows condominium. They also received reports of smoke coming from the apartment. We're told Knoxville Fire responded to the scene as well. They were able to enter through a second floor window and contain the blaze. That's when they found a woman and man both dead inside. Knoxville police telling us based on initial finding, it's believed the man set the fire intentionally. Now the investigation is ongoing. There's no official cause of death for both the man and woman inside this fire. The Knoxville Fire Department also telling us there was a third individual that was able to escape the fire with no injuries. We'll, of course, continue to bring you the latest information on air and on our website, WATE.com. Reporting live from West Knoxville, Molly O'Brien, 6 on your side.
Molly, thank you.
All right, everybody. No cause of death as of yet. The reason why I'm bringing you this story is because it's baffling to me because the Queen looked the names up of the victims because they have been identified, and I'm going to read you their names, and then I'm going to bring you information to what I found on Facebook. Thank you for joining me. It's baffling information. Prayers to the families. We now hear that there was a third individual who got out. Who was that individual? Was it a child belonging to one of the decedents? Because I did go to Facebook and notice she has a daughter, the victim. We're going to discuss all that. Thank you so much. Or may have more than one daughter, but just from the photographs I saw, one daughter. Bad business, bad business. Let's see if I can get their names. Same source for the information, WATE News 6, if you're curious, to the source. 2 people were found dead in West Knoxville residence overnight Monday after what investigators believe to be a murder-suicide domestic situation. The Knoxville Police Department and Knoxville Fire Department responded to the scene. According to Tim Woods with the Knoxville Fire Department, the call for emergency services came in around 1:10 a.m. at Meadow Condominiums in the 7900 block of Gleason Drive. When firefighters arrived, they quickly knocked down the fire. KPD officers went inside the residence and found a deceased man and woman who have been identified as Betty Golston, 53, and Richard Goebel, 56. Now, mind you, they went through a second floor window, second floor of the condo, and found these 2 people not alive. Woods said the initial call was a domestic situation with the person threatening to set the home on fire. So now what you have to ask yourself, number one, was it the man that threatened? Because they do believe he's the one who set the fire, a Mr. Richard Goebel, 56. KPD spokesperson Scott Erlin shared in a news release Monday that officers responded to a domestic dispute at the condo and smoke was coming from the upper floor of the apartment. KFD firefighters were eventually able to gain access into the residence through a second floor window with the assistance of KPD officers, according to Erlin. And once the fire was extinguished, an adult man and woman were found dead in an upstairs bedroom. Based on the preliminary findings of the still ongoing investigation, it is believed that the fire was intentionally set by the deceased male, Erlin stated in the KPD release. An official determination has not been made concerning the cause of death for either the man or woman. This is a developing story. WATE News is the source. Thank you, Sour Girl. Thank you for the love, sweetheart. I surely appreciate that. I'll welcome our new subs, chat members, and viewers to the Vault Excel. Know that this is not a true crime channel, but we do discuss true crime, breaking news, entertainment, and life events to the network. Thank you all so much for your time. Let's go to Facebook and get some information on the two victims. It's not good. It's not good at all. What was going on in that condo? Queen was just over that area last week. Last week, Queen was just over there. So I'm just like baffled. Like, what in the hell happened? We're going to go to Betty Golston's Facebook page. Okay? We're going to go to her page. Now they're not showing me anything. Don't do that. Don't tell me it's gone. Let's see if I can find her. Oh, this is crazy. Somebody took her Facebook page down. Let's see. Richard Goebel. One minute, everybody. All right. We're going to go to Richard's Facebook page. Richard Goebel, Jr., Ashland University, Knoxville, Tennessee, visited Canton, Ohio, in a relationship with Betty Golston. When you hit the relationship button, it says married to Betty Golston since 2018. About information. Oh, Lord have mercy. Store general manager at MAPCO. Former retail merchandiser at Pepsi Company from June 25th, 21 to January 2023, Middlebrook Pike. Studied business at Ashland University, current city, Knoxville, Tennessee. His hometown is Canton, Ohio. He just moved here to Knoxville, Tennessee. Is it? I don't know. It says moved in 2024. Well, we're only a few months into 2024. Jesus Christ, this ain't good. Married to Betty Golston. He has a daughter, got cousins, different things. Likes Gatlinburg, Chattanooga, Canton, Ohio. Okay. So, reviews given. Yes Communities and Cruise Farm. I don't know if that's him giving a review about Powell, Tennessee, because he was living up the street. I'm not really sure. Children highlights in his story. What is bothering Queen is the Facebook post from one day ago. Here you have a picture of Richard and Betty. And I don't understand what the hell's going on. And then it had 2 days ago under that. Top of the mountain of Anakeesta. So they visited somewhere in the mountains. Picture of both of them on some view. Somebody took a picture of them. Then 2 days ago again, it's still a picture of them, people commenting about the picture. And then the post before that, it goes back to May 23rd. It shows it's not available. He updated his picture on the 19th of two little puppies. Two little black and white, cute little puppies. Somebody commented, "Did you get a new baby?" Then it goes back to May 19th. He uploaded a photograph of he and Betty. They're smiling, appearing to be happy. Lord have mercy. Another photo of Mr. Goble, May 19th. May 19th, he married Betty Ghostin. Oh, Lordy. Now the plot thickens. Good old Facebook. Facebook tells the story, does it not? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. So now the plot thickens. Because I didn't even scroll down to this part where it shows he just married her. Interesting. Well, it's just June the 4th. So Richard and Betty have not been married that long. I thought this was going to be a short part of the live. That's why I did them first. I'm confused. How long were the two married? Well, we know not long. I mean, how long were they dating? This is where I'm getting confused. Okay, pay attention to what the queen is saying, because now I'm really starting to wonder what the hell happened here. On the Facebook post, he says, married to Betty Ghostin, May 19th. Then it says, moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, May 19th. So the day he moved is the day he married her. I don't know if that's true or not. I can stand corrected. I'm only going by the Facebook post. May 16th, Richard posted to Facebook, anyone, guys in West Knoxville area want to make $20 an hour to help load and unload a truck? Should take about 4 hours. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 sofas, and a few miscellaneous pieces. Contact me if interested. Then somebody asked him, are you moving? So we're now starting to get a little bit of information into the lives of Betty and Richard. So you just got married the 19th. On the 16th, you're asking people, do they want to make some money to unload a truck? So I'm assuming you had just came here. So where did you come from? Powell or somewhere else? Canton, Ohio? I'm confused. For those of you who are not familiar, Powell sits right outside of Knoxville. It's in Knox County. It's a little bitty bedroom community. It's up and coming. It's it's in North, would be considered North Knox County. So I don't know where he's coming from. So I'm just gathering this as I go along. But what's baffling is they just moved into the apartment condo, 2-level condo. Okay? So May 16th, he's asking people for help on Facebook. He's willing to pay you $20 an hour. So that's May 16th. May 19th, 3 days later, the Facebook post says, moved to Knoxville and also married to Betty. So 16th, he's posting, I need help to move. 3 days later, he's obviously in Knoxville and just married Betty. So this is very strange, this information. Okay? Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Let's go down. May 12th. Update on my weight loss. Finally reached the 60-pound goal. Down to 233 from 293. I never felt better and I have so much energy. Now, this is 4 days before the post of asking people to help. Somebody puts clapping hands and hearts in response to Richard losing weight. April 16th, he also said, current progress on weight loss started at 293.6. Others responded. March 20th, he puts up a meme. Body wants sex. Heart wants love. Soul wants peace. Stomach needs tacos. One comment. Elizabeth says, ain't this the truth? Laugh out loud. May 14th, he has a picture of a bonfire. Okay. March 14th, he posted, people are in our life for a reason, a season, or lifetime. The pain comes when we put them in the wrong category. Very true. Then he goes back to March 13th, posting pictures of a little puppy. Pictures of him at the beach. Then he goes back just March, different posts. So, Richard, you're not here now. Betty's not here. What in the hell happened in that apartment? We hear that he or someone called the police, so we're going to assume it's him because they are putting him as the perpetrator of the crimes. Richard called 911 to say, I'm going to set this house on fire. Why? What happened? Was he catfished in some way? He got here and realized something wasn't right with Betty? Or was he psychotic, schizophrenic? Was she psychotic, schizophrenic, had mental problems? What the hell was going on? Because I am utterly confused at how in the world you just moved here the 16th of May. And it is just June 4th. You married her a few days later, and now you have set the house on fire and unalived yourself and Betty. What was the method of murder? Gunshot, stabbing, what, beating? I don't know. It's horrible to even fathom what the hell happened. This is bad, bad, bad. Damn. So now you got to sit here and wonder, how long were they dating? Now, I hit on Betty's name. Her Facebook picture comes up. Picture of Betty. More pictures of dogs in the highlights. May 4th, she posted a picture of her daughter, I'm assuming, at the Tennessee Theater. She says, another amazing performance. So proud of my sweet girl. May 4th, people commented. Their page goes back to March 2nd, just a meme, live in the moment. March 2nd, a picture of Betty. February 14th, a picture of Betty, a young lady with glasses and a baby boy or girl. They look like they're out to eat somewhere. Another picture of her and a young girl. Don't know how many children Betty has. January 3rd, she posted, My Daisy. Something about the animal rescue site. Follow. One day you'll find someone that's obsessed with you. It's probably going to be a dog, but it is what it is. Okay? Then a Happy New Year. Then she has another picture of a fireplace and the cute little dog sitting in front of the fireplace December 31st, 2023 with a gift bag of a gingerbread. Gingerbread on the bag. Betty, Betty, Betty. What happened? She favors somebody that I just met, but that lady's hair is shorter. This is scary. This is scary as hell. I'm confused. Help me understand what the hell's going on here. How long were they dating? Where did they meet? And what in God? Maybe Pinto. Hello, Gigi. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, the real Brenda. Roses. What happened? This is scary as hell because you go to his Facebook page, Mr. Goebel Jr., and everything looks it's quiet. Nothing nefarious that I've pulled up, in their Facebook posts. Naturally, I'm not their friend, so I'm probably missing some of their Facebook posts. But nonetheless, just the general posts you're seeing don't look like anything derogatory, nothing profanity, no crazy people talk. I'm confused. Oh, Lord of mercy. When I get notifications from the news break, For some of you who like to keep up with breaking news, I advise that you download the Newsbreak app or the Breaking News app. That will give you information to breaking news in the country and also your local area, entertainment. Feel free to put in your location in there if you want. You don't have to. It's up to you. But they'll ask you those questions when you join the app. I will be uploading content to the Newsbreak. It's just hard for me to keep up doing everything because I really don't like being on apps, but I feel like I comment a lot on the Newsbreak, so I feel like I should start uploading content. So if you want to follow the Queen over there on Newsbreak, that's where I'll be uploading more videos. Oh, if I can make the time to do so. What happened? Jesus Christ. What was the argument about? I'm like baffled right now. Hey, Sweetie Pie 30. Well, Sour Girl, you should know that people are going to meet each other eventually. You don't continuously talk to people on apps. And even when there weren't apps, you just don't keep talking to people by letters, and that's not getting to know a person. Eventually you're going to have to meet the person. I don't care where you meet them. Church, a gas station, a club, a bar. It's all the same. And that's what I keep trying to tell everybody. The people that are on the date site, they are living creatures. Their life isn't just on the app. They work, they go to school. If they're grifting, grinders, whatever, the point is they live somewhere. So they deal with other people. So it's like anything. You meet them, you talk. If they don't want to show themselves, they don't ever want to show themselves, and all they want to do is text or whatever, then you stop talking to them. It's common sense. You don't have to. There's nothing that says you have to keep talking to somebody through an app. You don't have to keep writing and texting. Hey, can we video chat? They give you that option on some date sites. You don't have to give anybody your phone number. It's usually the men that want to get the number. You know, it's a rush. There's no rush. Hey, we have a video chat option. Why you don't want to use it? And that's a red flag to me. You don't want to use the damn video chat app. You don't need my phone number. We video chat right here. We can talk right here. I've said it before because I've told people I'm on the date site. I tell them right there, we can talk right here. You don't need my phone number. You don't need the number for what? It's video chat option right here, bottom of the screen. Why not use it? But that's the point. If it's online dating, they give you the option to video chat there. You tell the person, well, I want to chat here first. I don't want to give my phone number out. So if they don't even want to video chat on the app, I wouldn't waste my time talking to them. Just keep it moving. However they met, they just got married. They have not been married a month. And you're talking about quick move. May 16th, May 19th, he's married. And now, June 3rd, they're dead. Help me understand. What happened in that apartment? Exactly, Sweetie Pie. That's what I'm saying. You got to meet him eventually. Damn. You got to meet him eventually. So it's up to you to decide if you want to go further after you meet them. My problem is the fact that they just got married. That's where there's a problem. They just got married a few weeks ago, okay? They just got married, and he just moved here to Knoxville. So where did he come from? His bio says he's from Canton, Ohio. Was he living in Canton, Ohio a couple of weeks ago? That's my point. Was he living somewhere else in Knoxville or the surrounding area? How long have they been dating? Where did they meet? Something went wrong. And it's going to look bad no matter how long they were dating. How they met. It's still jacked up. Two people are dead. Dead. Something happened in that apartment, in that bedroom. What happened? Who said what? Did somebody have an affair? Did somebody lie to somebody? Did somebody mislead somebody? Did somebody realize somebody is unfaithful? It has been lying to them? Did she find out something about Richard? Was he violent and then he popped off over an argument? Because they just posted a picture 2 days ago and they were in the mountains. So how do you go from taking a picture in the mountains to setting the house on fire and killing yourself, killing her and killing yourself? Sweet Jesus. I don't know what's going on. This is bad. She has children. Now imagine who was downstairs or in the other bedroom, because somebody got out of the place. So were they listening to the argument? They had to be if they got out. That means they heard everything that was going on. Did they fear for their safety? And if they were in there, why didn't you call 911, whoever you are? What's the truth here? Let me go back and get this time, because something's off here. Something's way off. Somebody else ran out of that apartment. Who is that person? Is this one of Betty's children? Because I've seen pictures on the Facebook. She has a daughter or another daughter. Was one of those girls down in that? Yeah, here we go. Police responded to a call at 1 a.m. about a domestic dispute and saw smoke coming from an upper floor. After crews entered the home to fight the fire, both people were found dead in a bedroom. Jesus, well, dang. So this transpired in the wee hours. So they're up arguing about something. Everybody's snuggled into their beds, got to get up and go to work. So what are they arguing about at 1 o'clock in the morning? Betty Gosen, 53. Richard Goebel Jr., 56. Died in their home on Gleason Drive near Westtown Mall, police said in a new release. Nice area for those of you who are wondering what type of area it is. Not that it matters, but it's a nice area. Queen has lived in that area before. For most people, the myth is that people who live in this general area have money. If you tell somebody right now you live in West Knoxville, they always assume you have money. No, doesn't mean we have money. The area is mixed. We have very wealthy people that live here in West Knoxville, but we also have people who are poor and working class. It's mixed. And some of you are going to try to figure out, like, how is that possible? Well, it's mixed. That's the only way I can explain it to you. You got working class, you got poor, you got low income. It's all mixed. It's just the demographic is mixed. Some areas, have HUD affiliated places, below rent. Of course, everything's high now. So, but anyway, it's a mixed area. But the condos, they're decent looking. I've never been inside of them, but they're decent looking on the outside. The rent over there is probably high as a kite now. But anywho, I'm baffled. I'm baffled as hell. Hey, Wake Street, how are you, baby? Yeah, very strange. Okay, Pinto says Richard obsessed, maybe. Maybe. That's the point. We don't know these people. All I'm going by is a Facebook post. And Facebook posts don't tell you who people really are. Anybody can post a picture, hugging, kissing, saying they're happy, we're in love. Because I say that sometimes. I have a Facebook friend, and she's a really nice young lady. I've known her since she was younger. They call me mother. They called me mother back then when I was a little older. I was probably 30-something, and they were just kids like 19, 20. And they gave me the nickname Mother. And I was like, she posts a lot of pictures. She's a nurse. She's always posting pictures of her boyfriend and stuff. And I always like, whoa, she's always going places. She's traveling to Hawaii, Mexico, all these wonderful places. She's always on vacation going somewhere. She started posting pictures of her boyfriend, and they look happy, But then my better half said, what if they're not really happy? What if What if this is just an illusion? And it's no disrespect to her. I mean, it could be anybody. I'm just throwing her out there as an example. Well, what if they're not really happy? Whatever that means. They're not really happy. They're just, I don't know, posting pictures. Because that's the point. Just because people post pictures snuggled up with a dog or on vacation doesn't mean that they're happy every day, and it doesn't mean the person in the picture with them is happy every day or happy with them, because that's all it is a photograph. And we see pictures of people all the time. And I know people who go out, they take pictures together, but then when you start talking to people about them, or people start talking about them to you, you start hearing all kind of whack stories that they argue all the time. There's drug use, there's manipulation. He's using the woman. He took her car and went off on a drug binge. But see, when you look at the picture doesn't tell you that. The picture doesn't tell you that. The picture doesn't tell you that she's with a loser and he's been having sex with different women and he's beat her and humiliated her in public. And that's why I tell you don't know people. And I speak about these couple because this is stuff I've heard about them. These people I'm talking about, some other people. But when you look at their pictures, if you were a stranger just going through, social media, you'd say, oh, they jazzy, they got nice looking duds on, they look happy. But little do you know, they don't really respect each other. But you don't know that. Somebody close to you'd have to say, man, they fight all the time, cussing and fussing, and they're always getting into it with people in the club. But you wouldn't know that as an innocent bystander just scrolling the friendship pages, because you don't know people. People are flawed. They're messed up. They're alcoholics. They're drug addicts. They have tempers. Yes, they're obsessed. They have criminal records. That's life. What was going on with Betty and Richard? Does Richard have children? Where are they? Betty has children, because you can see here on her Facebook page, she has a daughter. She just performed at the Tennessee Theater, downtown Knoxville. Nice looking young lady. She's got to be heartbroken. Her mother is dead. Her mother has been murdered by her new husband. Can you imagine hearing the news, or was in the house when it happened? Because somebody else was in that house. Who else was in that apartment? Whose apartment is it? Does it belong to Betty? Possibly so. I'm going to bank that was Betty's condo. And Richard moved in with her. Okay? And something happened in that condo. I don't know what happened. But Lord knows I am curious. Prayers to the families and prayers to the children, because now their parents are gone. And this is devastating news to anybody, no matter how long Betty and Richard were together, how they met. Two people are now deceased. And Richard is being accused of unaliving Betty and then himself, and he set the apartment on fire. Lord have mercy. Second story, coming out of Louisiana. This is not a good story that the Queen is about to bring to you, because this Knoxville story is just as whack. But Lord, what I'm about to tell you now is more grotesque and diabolical. Oh, Lord have mercy. We're going to take you down to the Bayou, New Orleans. WWL-TV is the source of this information. News 4.
The fisherman, but for now, the search in Bayou St. John for human remains is over. For the most of the day, about a dozen police officers were at the scene where partial remains were found over the weekend. Meg Ferris spent the day observing the search and joins us now live with all the details. Meg?
That's right, Katie. And they spent the day right here at Mirabou and Wisner searching the water for human remains. And that's because a fisherman on Sunday found some partial remains. Now, he did not want to talk on camera, the fisherman, but his friends told us that what he found was a human head. Police and dive teams appear to have come up empty-handed after spending most of the mid-morning to early afternoon Tuesday searching Bayou St. John. They set up a command station on the Mirabou Bridge down on the water in a boat. Officials used sonar and cameras to look under the water, then send the images back up to be analyzed by the experts at Southeast Louisiana Underwater Search and Rescue. Divers also got in the water. They were looking for human remains after a man who was magnet fishing for metal objects in the water on Sunday flagged down a police car when he spotted a human head. Nearby cadaver dogs from Mercy Search and Rescue waited for their cue. They can pick up the scent above surface of a body as far as 90 feet underwater.
Wow.
The underwater search and recovery team from Slidell is the same team that 11 years ago searched for 14 weeks for a missing Jefferson Parish teacher who vanished after leaving her friends at a bar in Lakeview. Terry Lynn Monet's story captured the heart of the community. Dozens of onlookers gathered at the bayou to show support to her family as her car was pulled out of Bayou St. John with her body still in the driver's seat. Now, police could be using the remains that they have found to use to find DNA or to use dental records to find out the identity of that person. Let me read to you a statement from NOPD. We can confirm that the investigation into unclassified death that was reported on May 18th at the intersection here at Mirabou and Wisner is ongoing. They have no additional information, but they ask any of you at home, if you do know anything, to please call 3rd District Detectives. Reporting live from Bayou St. John, Meg Farris, WWL, Louisiana.
All right, thank you for that update.
All right, everybody. Woo! What in God's name went on there? What happened? Let's see another one here they got.
Searched Bayou St. John yesterday following the incident where a fisherman found human remains in City Park last week. The NOPD Special Operations Unit spent several hours searching in the area around the Mirabou Avenue Bridge, and detectives will only say that the remains are being investigated as an unclassified death.
Unclassified death. Now, what is she talking about? Everybody's got stories.
Search dogs trying to locate any possible human remains found in this location. Now, we previously reported to you that a human skull had been found here in the water of Bayou St. John by 2 magnet fishers. They contacted police and NOPD confirmed they were investigating an unclassified death. Now, dive teams are here along with NOPD's Special Operation Division trying to find out whatever information they can and possibly more human remains found. Now, right now, it's unclear how long they plan to be out here in the water, and it's also unclear if they've discovered anything as of yet since they've been looking. Those are questions that we're going to ask, and we'll continue to update you both on air and online at WDSU.com. We're now reporting live in Bayou St. John. Brittany Verner, WDSU News.
Also breaking all new at noon, the teen accused in that deadly shooting of a tourist in the Marigny.
Okay, so that's another story. All right, this is WDSU. If you're curious to that source, let's go get a little information about this human skull found in St. John's Bayou. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $DeAndre, 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Thank you so much for your time. This is subject matter number 2. Oh, Lordy, what a mess. Hey, Kiki, how are you? The LSU Faces Lab is now assisting in investigating a skull found by a magnet fisherman in Bayou St. John. According to a police report obtained through a public records request, a man flagged down an officer on the afternoon of May 18 to report that he had pulled a human skull, a gun barrel, and a handgun from the water. Okay? Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Hold on. Jumped off there. It's crazy. I don't know why these... Hold on 1 minute, everybody. Good to hear, honey. All right, let me go back. Once again, May 18th, 2 men fishing for magnets, whatever the hell that means. Human skull, gun barrel, and a handgun were found in the water. The report stated the officer found what seemed to be reported that the officer found what seemed to be a completely decomposed human skull, missing both the jaw and the upper row of teeth. The skull was reportedly wrapped in what looked like a shirt or cloth, secured with a padlock and key, and fastened to a 15-pound dumbbell. After gathering evidence at the scene, homicide detectives handed over the skull to the Orleans Parish Coroner's Office and recommended that the incident be reported as an unclassified death. On May 21st, the NOPD Special Operations Unit searched the area with dogs and divers. The Louisiana State University Faces Lab confirmed they are assisting in the investigation. Anyone with information can contact NOPD 3rd District Detectives 504-658-6030 or Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. I'm going to say this. I hope the medical examiner is somebody new, because the Queen had come across content pertaining to numerous deaths down in New Orleans that were not done properly by the medical examiner. So if it's that same older man, you all need to get a new medical examiner. And the fact that you're saying that this death is unclassified. So what are you saying? He tied a dumbbell around his neck with a padlock, and he removed his jaw and his own teeth and jumped into the water. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Help me understand. There's also another article about this, that there was a dumbbell attached to, I believe, his leg. I thought I had that content. Somehow I don't see that I have it, but there's different pieces of information. I'm trying to see if I can find that information. I have to Google search. A magnet is thrown in water and attaches to metal queen like metal detector in water. Yeah, well, you see what they pulled up, don't you? More than that. Missing both the jaw and the upper row of teeth. Now explain that to the Queen. Doesn't sound self-inflicted to me. I'm just saying. Doesn't sound self-inflicted. Let me see what else I can find, because I need to find the article that talks about the other body parts. Let's see. Once again, no new information. Jesus wept. And they've had a few deaths in that Bayou before, as you heard the one case of the black lady missing, school teacher or whomever she was, found. There's no telling how she got in there. So, let's see. Every article coming up has a different, keeps saying unclassified. Very short and to the point. Still no good. Jesus Christ. Nobody has information on this person. What is going on? Where's the article I found that talked about this? I got to keep going through 1,000 articles. Hold on, you guys. Because there's one I found. Thank you, Sour Girl. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Let's see. Trying to find the article I read that said there was another body part found. Let's see what NOLA.com has. Woo! Think about it. 3 years ago, I was down there, July. It's the same thing. Every article is saying the same thing. What the hell? Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to find. I know I read something earlier before going live about the leg. Something about the leg. Hey, Vaughn. Let's see. Let me put St. John's Bay. Google is very funky. You have to be very specific when you Google. "5 days ago." Let me see what this one has. Because everything else is from 2 weeks ago. Thank you all so much for joining me. Still the same. Now, where did I read that there was something else attached to another part of his body? I read that somewhere. Strange. Well, I'm going to just repeat what they're saying for those coming into the chat. The report stated the officer found what seemed to be a completely decomposed human skull, missing both the jaw and the upper row of teeth. The skull was reportedly wrapped in what looked like a shirt or cloth. Pay attention. The skull wrapped in a sheet, a cloth, a shirt, secured with a padlock and key, and fastened to a 15-pound dumbbell. So whoever did this crime, they tied a padlock and a key and a dumbbell around the person's head. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, my goodness. So guess what? Ding, 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 ding. Where are the other body parts? Hello? Where are the other body parts? Who is this person? Is this a man? Is this a woman? Is this a child? What in the hell was going on to sink a head with a dumbbell? So that means you didn't want somebody to know who this person is, because 9 times out of 10, you are connected to the person. Always remember that in true crime. Whenever body parts are dismembered, that is somebody that knows the victim. 9 times out of 10. Because there's no reason to dismember a person if you're a stranger. One, it's too much work. It's too much work. It's just too much work. Hello, Kimberly. So 9 times out of 10, whoever this victim is, they knew their killer. They knew their perpetrator. So number one, who is the victim in the water? Who is the perpetrator? What is the race, demographic, age? How long have they been in the water? Ding, ding, ding. Because they're saying fully decomposed. It's a skull. It ain't got what? No hair, no nothing. Then, to top it off, You have removed the teeth and the jaw. So that leads you to believe they know each other, the victim and the perpetrator. You removed the teeth to make sure they wouldn't get dental records. Bingo card. Oh, you are crafty. We have us a crafty killer. Because one might say, well, Queen, it could be a serial killer. It could be, nah, doubt it. Too much work. Unless it's just really sadistic. Want to chop up people and cut them up and remove teeth and jaws. Just a lot of work. That's all I'm going to say. You know, even though that guy in upstate that killed the black girl, Sade, the white guy, he didn't know her, but he dismembered her because he already knows he's in her cell phone records. He's called her. She's called him. They texted. So they're connected by a date, going out to eat. So as I said, it's very rare that strangers mutilate bodies, cut them up, and dismember them. But in the case of the guy up north, he mutilated Sade because he knows he's been out with her. He's been seen with her. So he, mutilated her body and discarded her in bodies of water and a park. Still, all her body parts have not been discovered to my knowledge. So now we have this dirty business down here in the Bayou. Dangerous place. New Orleans is a very dangerous place. Crime has jumped back since the NOLA got back on the map and revitalized. Crime came back to the city. Drug trafficking, shootings, murder, assaults. It's sad. Very sad. Will they find more body parts related to this victim? Where are the arms, the feet, the legs, the torso? Because, hey, you can't have it ain't just about the head. Did they throw the rest of the body in there as well? Or will we find out that the head, the torso is over somewhere else? Another body of water? Dumpster? Landfill? I don't know. Who's missing? Who hasn't heard from their loved one? That's what I'd be looking for. And you can't even check the teeth. They took the top row of teeth. So hopefully they can check dental records on the bottom teeth. If indeed they have bottom teeth, Lord have mercy. What a mess. This is so scary because these things are walking around out here. I've brought you two different stories in this news broadcast, in this live stream of true crime. A crime here in Knoxville, Tennessee, of a man and a woman newly married in May, and now they're dead. He killed her, set the apartment on fire, and then took his own life. What happened in that apartment? And then I take you all the way down to the Bayou. Way, way down to the bottom of the United States, where a skull has been retrieved from a fisherman with a padlock and key and a dumbbell attached to the skull. Lord have mercy. So now everybody's wondering, well, where are the other body parts? Because that's the scary part, is waiting to see what else pops up, floats up. Thank God it's not it's not a big body of water. If you look at the picture, the bridge sits like right on top of the water, very low riding bridge to go across for cars. But we also know that body parts can float. And obviously, this person made sure to attach a dumbbell to the head so it wouldn't pop up. It was only found because this guy was fishing. So that's how he found the body. Hello, Penton. I don't know what else to say. This is bad, man. This is so bad. This was an unplanned live. So this is the one live I did not plan. I saw it while I was relaxing, and I said, woo, I'll bring that content to the channel. because I don't always bring you all local news here in my area. But I decided to go ahead and show you this story, bring you this story about the couple found in the apartment deceased. This is a murder-suicide of a Mr. Richard Goebel Jr. and a Betty Golston. They just got married in May. I took you to their Facebook post where he posted on the 16th of May he would pay somebody to unload a truck for him. 2-bedroom truck. So this is why I'm asking all the questions. How long have they dated? Where did they meet? Was this her condo, or they bought the condo together, or rent the condo together? You'll see pictures of little puppies, cute little black and white puppies. Who's going to get the puppies? Hey, you set the house on fire and you killed both of you. You didn't care about the dogs. You didn't care about the dogs dying up in there. Damn. Are the dogs alive? Did the person who escaped, were you able to get the dogs out? Because there's dogs in their pictures on Facebook. Little bitty puppies. Little bitty dogs. Where are the dogs? Who's the person who escaped? Visitor, friend, one of the children belonging to Betty and or Mr. Goebel? They are newly married. May 19th. He posted Facebook needing help to move the things, obviously, to this condo on May 16th. What happened in that apartment? Did they meet online? Did they not really know each other? Well, let's go here. You don't know anyone. That's what true crime is made of. People who think they know people. People can be married for 20 years, 30 years, and end up dead by their partner because they thought they knew them. They also could have seen signs that he or she is violent, an adulterer, liar, thief, manipulator, con artist. They stay with them anyway. They ride the wave. We have a world full of dead people because they rode the wave. You see it every day. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Michael. They know they're evil. They know they're sadists. They know they're creeps. They know they're sociopaths. They know they're psychopaths. And they ride the ride. And we all have done it. We have all made mistakes, and being with people we know do not mean us good. We know they are unhealthy. They have driven us to be unhealthy. They got us acting crazy, talking crazy. We're walking around like cuckoo birds. Some of us have fallen by the wayside because of dealing with sadistic people. You're now using drugs, drinking. You're an addict. You're an alcoholic, pill popper, fooling with a fool. You see it every day. You hear the horrible stories. Hello, Joe. Thank you, honey. Oh, my God, she's on drugs now from fooling with him. He turned her on to drugs. Or she's depressed. He's got her down. She's now pill popping. She's drinking herself sick. Or he's drinking himself crazy. He got tangled up with this crazy lady. You hear the stories every day. People driven to madness. Was that the case with Betty and Richard? One of them drove the other one crazy. Obsessive. Was there fraud involved? Did somebody steal something or con somebody and somebody found out? Was somebody having an affair? Did somebody find out somebody's married to somebody else? Dating somebody else? Got another kid? I don't know. What are we going to find out about Betty? What are we going to find out about Richard? I am tempted to reach out to one of the daughters. But as I keep telling you, everybody is not interested in becoming a YouTube live stream. But I do want to talk to one of the daughters and ask her, what happened? What did she think happened? Was she one of the people that ran out of the apartment in the early morning? Because somebody else was in that apartment when all this went down. So you have to ask yourself, number one, who is the person that escaped? Were they upstairs when all this went on? Did they go in the room to try to intervene? Did he threaten that person? Get out of here, I'll shoot you, I'll kill you. And they got scared and they ran out. How many calls were made to 911? Stay woke, everybody, because that's very pivotal to the case. How many calls were made to the 911 dispatch? Did Betty try to call? Did the other person who escaped try to call? We know that he called to threaten he's going to set the house on fire. Did anybody else try to call 911? Did a neighbor try to call? They heard the commotion. Who called 911 besides Mr. Richard? And then some are going to ask that question. Did somebody not do due diligence to try to save Betty in that house? I'm scared. I don't want to get involved. All right, babe. See you later. I'm scared. I don't want to get involved. I got to get out of here. I got to preserve my own life. Not getting involved in that. See, we don't even know who the other person is. Thank you. Thank you, A1. Who else was in that house? Were they upstairs when the transaction took place? The arguing, the fighting, gunshot, stab? Or were they downstairs watching TV, Netflix, in the kitchen, making popcorn? What's the truth? That's all I got for you today, everybody. I'll be back on a little later because I see there's some bullshit stirring up. According to Sebastian Rogers, I can't get 1 day off of this case. One peaceful day to myself. Without nonsense. One peaceful day. Could it be somebody said to the other one, hey, this isn't for me. I'm not happy. I want out. Could it be Betty told him that? Because he's the one threatening to set the house on fire. So that will show me he's the one that's unhinged. Because even if he found out something about Betty, why not just pack up your stuff and go move? Go take it, put it in storage, go find you a place to stay, a hotel, rent you another apartment, or, you understand what I'm saying. So he's threatening to set the place on fire. He's the one that's making the 911 call. So that means, to me, he's the one that's unhinged. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that because that makes no sense to set the house on fire. For what? We're going to burn this place down. We're going to burn this place down. What in the hell did he find out that he got to burn the house down? And then we find out there's somebody else in the house. So you're getting ready to kill 2 people plus yourself. This is crazy. Yeah, I ain't Terry. But dang. Boom, 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 boom. So what happened? What did Richard do? How did he unalive Miss Betty? Did he choke her, strangle her, beat her up, stabbed her, shot her? Because now I'm going to say this, and I don't want nobody getting jiggy. There's another person in the house. Ask yourself, what were they doing while these two are arguing? Because he's called 911. So you want me to believe he whispered to the 911 dispatcher? Hi, 911, what is your emergency, please? Yes, I just want to let you know I'm getting ready to burn down this apartment. Come on now. Sir, can you speak up, please? I can't hear you. I'm going to burn down this apartment. Why are you going to burn down the apartment, sir? Me and my wife just had a fight, and I'm going to kill her. Click. Give me a break. You know damn well he was screaming on that phone. Now, we do have some calm killers. Don't get me wrong. Yes, can you come to 1515 Magnolia Way? There's a dead person here and I just killed him. Click. This is where the story is bizarre. But this is what happens when you don't know everything. Was Richard screaming on the 911 dispatch? Could the dispatcher hear other people in the background crying, screaming, pleading for their life? What was the other person doing that was in the house? Where were they? Upstairs, downstairs, sleep, half asleep. Did they wake up smelling smoke? Did the smoke wake up the other person? Was the person already in the bed while these two were fighting? Could be. I don't want to jump the gun. But another person escaped. So who is that person? Where were they sleeping? Upstairs, downstairs? How many bedrooms are in the condo? And why did he unalive Betty, set the house on fire, and then killed himself? Richard Goebel. Betty Golston is no longer alive. Richard Goebel Jr. is no longer alive. And we have one survivor in this story, and we do not know who that person is. When I get more information to the details, I will surely bring you an update on the investigation. It is currently ongoing. This crime took place on the same side of town where the Queen lives. It is near Westtown Mall. Really nice area to live in. What happened in that condo, I do not know. Skull found in the Bayou with a padlock key and dumbbell attached to it, with the jaw missing and the upper teeth missing. Who is the victim? Who is the perpetrator? What is the race, the age, and how long has that head been in the water? Are there other body parts in the water? Where does that investigation stand? At the moment, the crime has been described as unclassified, the manner of death, or however. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $DeAngie, 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Queen will be back with more stimulating content and commentary a little bit later. We're going to go back into the belly of the beast pertaining to our case in Middle Tennessee pertaining to a 15-year-old boy by the name of Sebastian Rogers. The block is hot and the gossip is nonstop. I'm getting ready to just turn off my phone and this computer. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm serious. I'm getting ready to cut off this phone and cut off this computer. I haven't even had lunch. Just coffee. And the phone is I knew as soon as the phone was ringing, I said, it's some nasty business. You need to do a live giving mom advice. Oh, honey, I'm in no position to give any motherly advice. I am not a perfect person by no means. I can't give anyone any advice. I told somebody that the other day. I am in no position to give advice. Someone had the nerve to tell me, you need to talk to Seth Rogers. I don't need to talk to Seth Rogers. Who am I to talk to Seth Rogers? I can't even clean up my own front porch. I don't even talk to Seth. He was invited to speak up on the panel, of course. This person that said this to me before he came in the chat. But anywho, you can't give advice to somebody who has made up in their mind that they want to navigate in a certain way. So that's just that. And I don't feel like I'm in any position to give him advice because he is his own waymaker. And he's an adult. Thank you, Salvador. I appreciate that. He's an adult and he's living his own life and he's navigating as he sees fit. And that is his choice. That has nothing to do with the Queen. And that has nothing to do with YouTube or anybody else. Seth Rogers is his own individual, just like the Proudfoots. They're their own individuals. Mr. Mathis, own individual. And anybody else that got themselves tangled up in this web, they are their own individual. So whatever they decide to do and not do, that's on them. There's nothing you could do or say to any of these people at this point. To say, hey, I think you should stop talking to YouTubers. I think you should stop going on panels. All of them should already know that by now. If they haven't figured that out, that means there's something wrong with them. No way you could go in the YouTube queue and look at yourself on a live stream and then look at the chat and look at the comments, go in the YouTube queue and look at all the videos uploaded and say to yourself, this is a good idea to keep talking to people. There has to be somebody that's saying to you, please stay off of YouTube. Please stop talking to anybody. These people are not your friends. They are not your friends. So what is it that somebody's going to say to these people? Nothing. They don't care. They want to talk to YouTube, let them. They want to keep saying shit that's crazy, that they can't take back, let them. That is their choice. And that's how I look at all this foolishness that's playing out. And naturally, this new nonsense of paid interviews, I got to do a little more digging into that. And then I'll come back later with commentary pertaining to that, because that's something that is bothersome, real bothersome. So I need to hear it from the horse's mouth that it was said. And then we'll go from there. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful afternoon. You have been listening to The Vault Excel.